to drive them to the negotiating table and stop some of the attacks that we've seen here in the last 24 hours. Xavier?
Robert Sherman, thank you so much. Joining us now is retired United States Navy SEAL and former Deputy Commander of the U.S. Central Command, Robert Harward. Robert, thank you for being here on a Sunday. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. I want to start kind of where Robert left off. Russia launching its largest drone attack really since the war began. What does this mean? This is where my head went immediately when I saw this morning. What does this mean for ceasefire negotiations?
I think he's trying to leverage his position, should go in strong. And it's clear their industrial machine is running at full capacity. They have the ability to sustain this war for a long period. And I think he's demonstrated that as we come up to the UN Assembly and to other political leaders, that he is negotiating from a position of strength.
Absolutely. Earlier today, President Trump, very active, speaking to reporters about potentially increasing or escalating sanctions on Russia on the heels of their latest attacks. Take a listen to this first.
Are you ready? Are you ready to move to the second phase? Are you ready to move to the second phase of sanctions against Russia or punishing?
So yeah, 3 words. Yeah, I am. EU leaders also working alongside the U.S. to impose more sanctions. In your mind, how effective, right, could this be in pushing Putin towards the negotiating table?
Well, it's clear the president wants peace, and he's tried direct talks with Putin. That didn't work. So now he's viewing all of his options, and this is ratcheting up those options. So I think it's a very viable strategy. I think it's wise, and I think he's going to use all his elements of power to influence Putin and move him to negotiate for peace. He's made it very clear that's what he wants. And I think he's going to use all his elements of power to help instigate the road to peace.
And that's what he's been doing continuously. Robert, you mentioned this a second ago, and I knew I was going to ask you about it in a second. But this Tuesday, the 80th session of the UN General Assembly kicks off in New York. President Trump at the U.S. Open right now in New York, but with high-level world leaders delivering addresses beginning September 23rd, including the president. How much of a focus do you think, in your eyes, with your expertise, will there be on the war in Ukraine?
Without a doubt. And this is really a testament to your political power. This is where your allies, your friends step up to the plate with you to support your positions. And I think everyone's looking for peace. So I think it's going to be on the agenda. I think it's going to be one of the top agendas, in fact. But let's see, as we saw recently by all the foreign non-aligned countries and others, included India, going to Russia is kind of a signal of where political power is today. So I think the UN Assembly is a real demonstration of that, and where you expect and ask your partners to step up to the plate with you. So I think you'll get some real indicators of our clout and influence to push Putin to peace. And so I think it will be on top of the agenda here in New York.
It has to be, right? And you think about this, too. I mean, a lot can happen between then and now. Never a dull moment. Several countries, including Britain, France, and Canada as well to our north, have been saying that they're going to recognize a Palestinian state at the UN this month. How do you expect Israel to respond to that move?
Well, look, Israel's in the middle of the fight. They've been in the fight for a long time now. It's an existential threat to them. And the Palestinians have not been part of the solution either. So it's a tragic event, but it's also an existential threat to Israel. So I think, again, I'm curious to see how our allies step up to the plate, where we made it very clear we support Israel. We are a partner with them. So let's see how this is going to play out in the weeks to come.
And before I let you go, Robert, I know you got plenty to do on a Sunday. Very important topics. This one, though, making a lot of headlines this week. I want to hear your thoughts on the ongoing discussions within the Trump administration about launching a full-scale offensive on cartels. Take a listen to the president, what he had to say earlier, and then I'm going to get your response on the back end.
Are you considering attacking the cartels inside of Venezuela? You attack.
What are you going to find out?
You're going to find out. All right. So with Venezuela's President Maduro vowing to, defend Venezuela's sovereignty amid the rising escalations with the U.S. Could attacks on cartels on their own soil potentially, I hate to say it, but lead to a full-blown war?
Well, I don't know if it's a war. Do you have a war with the mafia? Do you have a war with organized crime? We've been having a war with drugs for decades, but you can see throughout South America where the cartels, with their resources based on the drug trade, human trafficking, and others, and their resources in terms of people, have become very powerful and undermine a lot of nations in the Southern Hemisphere. So I think a war, or at least declaring a war on the cartels, is a smart move. It acts as a deterrent. Now, what elements of power you use to fight that are another question. Do you share intelligence? Do you do national assets? I think the threat and the power of the cartels have grown to a point where that's very appropriate. So again, I think this is a sound strategy and a sound threat from the president.
Yeah, Robert, you know, some people, if you speak to them, they'll say the cartels have never been stronger, in a stronger position from where they are right now as a whole. Robert Harward, thank you so much for joining us here on a Sunday. We really do appreciate you.
Good, and great to be with you. Thank you.
All right, still to come, a deal has been made with South Korea after 300 workers were detained at a Hyundai plant in Georgia. We're gonna have the latest on this story coming up right after the break.